go by all kind of names. Yo, my nicknames got nicknames. Nitro, nice flow, the sixth man off the bench, the foot soldier in the trench, the Black Santa, all that. First of all, let me tell you, the name is Luke Kane. Call me Black College, cause I make you feel the pain. This an underground hit for my homies to ride to. Skip to the loo when you're riding through my zoo. Bears and gorillas, even orangutans. The lions and the monkeys all speaking my slang. We all paper chasers with a different disguise on. I spy on green guys, that's why I got my zone. Jackson and Franklin, frankly, I don't like what I gotta do to keep Jack from fainting. Nah, I ain't complaining, just venting a little. Turn my headphones up, son, and mic a little. I got the same attitude as Malcolm Little. X marks the spot, now bring it back to the middle of the map. Guess who's back with more beats?
G'day folks, how you doing? It's Andy with the Wednesday warm-up call. Sorry it's a bit late today. We just had a very big meeting there and it did overrun a little, all for good reasons. I can promise you that going to be a lot of changes, a lot of new things, and some very exciting stuff coming up in the very near future. We're already in the planning stage of our tournament, which will be happening towards the end of October, but we will verify that date on the call tonight. So guys, this call is always the pre-call warm-up call for the main call in our Telegram group. So guys, please join that Telegram group if you're not already in there. I don't know why, but if you want to join that call, it's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You need to jump in the group and click join call at the top right of the screen. Going to be a huge announcement today about our tournament. That's very much taking shape right now, guys. So what we're going to do today is go through the pre-sale of our token. Now, GmetaOne, what is it? Well, we are actually a company who are architects of the metaverse. We are actually building bridges already. We've established lots of premises in other metaverse projects. We don't see those as rivals. We actually see those as an enhancement of what we do. Now, you've seen on a couple of videos there, our metaverse actually taking shape, and we are in pre-sale of the currency that will be the only currency to be used in that digital universe. That is GmetaTokens. So do you want to buy land? Do you want to buy NFTs? Do you want to build on that land? Buy wearables? Do anything? You're going to need GmetaTokens. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let's get into that first of all. Because money makes the world go round, as the song says, basically. So we are selling $5 million worth of GmetaTokens. That represents 1/5 of the total supply of GmetaTokens which will ever exist, which is 1 trillion. As I said, we're selling 5 million in this pre-sale. We're doing it in rounds of 1 million at a time. As you can see, we're already into round 2. We're $184,000 into round 2. Now, if you want to get involved today, you need to get back to the person who invited you to watch this call. Get their link and join up. Now, in doing that, you need to give us a BNB Smart Chain wallet address. Why do you need to do that? Well, that is where our token sits on the BNB Smart Chain. Now, you need to give us either one of MetaMask or Trust Wallet. If you're brand new, I would recommend Trust Wallet. It's easier to use, but it needs to be one of those two. Don't be picking your own options. Those are the two options. Keep it simple. And what you do then is you give us your name, your email address, and a username. That username goes to form a link. Now, that link, if you use it, can earn you millions and millions of GMeta tokens by bringing other people on board. But it will not be live. It'll be useless until you actually make a purchase. And here's how you make a purchase, because you've got this sliding bar. So once you've joined up, you'll land here, and you've got the option to choose anything between $5 and $100,000. Now, you know what your limits are. Please don't use money that you need to pay your bills or put food on the table. So say, for example, you're comfortable with $1,000. You just pick one of these 8 different current cryptocurrencies to make your payment to achieve that purchase of $1,000. Okay, so I'll pick Tron, one of my favorites, one of the quickest, and you click that you fully understand what's going on. So I'm about to make a purchase of $1,000 worth of GMeta tokens. The system will calculate exactly how many Tron I need to send at this very moment to achieve that transaction. And there's the total there. That's 16,688. So what you need to do is use this QR code or the wallet address here at the bottom and send your cryptocurrency to GmetaOne, and then you'll receive your GMOPA tokens. Make sure, however, that the amount you're sending is the same as, or maybe even a tiny bit more. Maybe you want to just round it up, like in this case, to 16,700. Make sure that the amount is greater than or equal to the amount you're being asked for after your wallet provider takes their fee. Some of the wallet providers take it out of the amount you tell them you're sending, so therefore the amount that hits the other end isn't enough. Okay, so make sure that what you're sending is enough to cover the transaction. Now, once you send the transaction through, your tokens will shortly appear in your screen at the bottom left of the screen, and also in the wallet address that you gave us. Then your link will be live. Now, this link entitles you to 100% bonus match from your level 1 referrals purchases. So if I bring in Miguel and Miguel buys $1,000 worth of GMeta tokens using my link, I will get $1,000 worth of GMeta tokens. Now, if Miguel gives his link to Sylvie, his wife, and she buys $1,000 worth of GMeta tokens, well, then Miguel will get $1,000 worth of GMeta tokens. I, however, would get 50%. I get $500 worth of GMeta tokens because Sylvie would actually now be my level 2 referral. So if you do this over and over, with enough people, you can accumulate millions and millions of GMeta tokens for absolutely no outlay. So, as well as that, as you see at the top of the screen, as well as giving you free GMeta tokens, you can also earn yourself NFTs and Oculus Quest 2 virtual reality headsets. If I click leaderboard, there are 4 competitions. They are as follows: top 10 recruiters, team builders, team contributors, and team top 10 investors. Now, if you end up in the top 10 at the end of this round or any round, what happens is you will get yourself an NFT, an exclusive GMeta NFT, which you can hold and sell later down the line for profit, or wait until our staking pool opens up and stake it for passive income. As well as that, you will also be put into a draw. So each of these top 10, we take the 10 names, put them into a draw, and one person wins one of those Oculus headsets. So that's 4 headsets, and we take all 40 names and put them into one massive draw of 40 people for a 5th Quest 2 headset. That's every round. At the end of every round, we give out the prizes and we wipe the slate clean and start the competitions all over again. We've also got this, which is our special initiative for people who want to put in $10,000 or more GMeta tokens. They become automatically VIP Platinum members. So what does that entitle you to, I hear you ask? Well, I'm actually not going to tell you. I'm actually going to show you using a video. So let's have a look at that video. There's a few incentives and a chance to win one of 3 very, very special cars. So let's have a look at that one. If I can find it. I always have trouble finding this one because I've got that many videos on here now. It's crazy. Here we go.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sign. I need that Skrilla.
Okay, that's our VIP initiative, and as you can see, we've got all sorts of special entries, VIP entry to all our events, and as I said, a chance to win one of those amazing cars, $100,000 iconic muscle cars at the end of round 5. We will put all those names into a hat and take 3 of those out and give away the keys or the cash equivalent to one of those cars. So there's every incentive to get in today. As you saw the new video at the start that I've just made, you know, you're talking about a massive industry. It's been predicted to go into trillions by Citibank, no less. Not us, not just some random punter. No, actually Citibank, a bank, has predicted that this industry is going to go crazy. So let's do just a little look into some. I've looked at a few different news items today. Just picked probably some of the more interesting out of those. It's just a good look to see, you know, why so many of these massive companies are getting involved, and you know why a lot of them are getting involved in other platforms that aren't, for example, Meta, because Mark Zuckerberg's come in for an awful lot of flack recently because he's kind of steering people into this vision that he has of the metaverse where everybody wears those Oculus Quest 2 headsets, because weirdly enough, he owns the company. But that's not true whatsoever. It's going to be mass adoption. And that Citibank prediction said there's going to be potentially 5 billion people involved in the metaverse by 2030. Now, not all of them are going to have headsets. No. That's just impossible. Think about it. How could that work? It won't work. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the companies getting involved in the metaverse, and let's see what they're up to. There's some incredible stories going around at the minute, and I'm just picking some of them. But this was a nice one that came out. This is just somebody's overview call saying that could the metaverse become a $30 trillion euro El Dorado, which is obviously the lost city of gold. The so-called future of the internet is not here yet, but it's coming soon, is being developed in the metaverse, with early adopters saying now is the time to join in. For most of us, the metaverse remains a mystery. In simple terms, it means a computer-generated extended reality, which includes all aspects of augmented, mixed, and virtual reality. Right now, it's mostly made up of spaces where humans and automated entities interact. I like this because it's quite honest and it's quite simple, really to understand, and that's what they've been aiming for here. There's an awful lot of good information. This is in a thing called Euro News. So if you put in Euro News, do a Google search on Euro News, metaverse, those two phrases, this should come up. Now, estimates of the value of the market over the next 15 years vary globally between 10 trillion and 30 trillion, underscoring the massive potential of the new platform. And Dubai is planning on becoming the world leader. Their strategy aims to increase the contribution of the sector to the Emirates economy to $4 billion by 2030. And they're creating jobs, 42,000 jobs. We've actually gone over that previously. Now, here's something from MasterCard, no less. Now, it's amazing. We've already heard Citibank talking about the metaverse. This is from MasterCard. MENA East General Manager at MasterCard, J.K. Khalil, said they saw 67% growth in digital payments, and adding the metaverse to that kind of matrix and ecosystem is going to create even more opportunities. Our partners are asking us a lot of questions about the metaverse, whether they're fintech, whether they're merchants, or whether they're banks. They're all equally excited and curious about the metaverse and having very constructive conversations about these partnerships going forward. Researchers say a quarter of us will spend at least 1 hour a day in the metaverse for work, shopping, education, social, and entertainment by 2026, no less. Okay, so yeah, guys, it's just it's a well-written little article here, I thought, and it's a good one for people who are just coming into this space. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is Taco Bell, just another massive US food brand, restaurant brand, fast food brand. Taco Bell's launched metaverse-based weddings. Crazy. Animoco Japan raises $45 million for Web3 business. Let's have a look at these two. American fast food chain and metaverse platform Decentraland will be collaborating with each other to offer US-based couples the chance to get married in the metaverse, as reported by Cointelegraph. As per the fast food chain, engaged couples will have to enter a competition to get a chance at the legally based metaverse wedding package, with the ceremony and reception to take place in Decentraland. It's a very novel way. I don't know what the connection between Taco Bell and getting married is, but there you go. On the basis of information by Cointelegraph, going by Taco Bell, events of ceremony and reception will include NFT invitations, custom design wedding dresses. Couples will be allowed to bring virtual guests who can take part in wedding day celebrations, such as musical entertainment, dancing, and eating food virtually. Between 25th of August and September 6th, engaged couples can enter the competition to win the brand's first metaverse wedding package. The entire event will be live streamed, and later the winning couple will get a marriage certificate memento NFT. In 2017, Taco Bell launched its Las Vegas Cantinas wedding package to take on virtual labs Vegas weddings. Okay, so yeah, that's just absolutely bonkers, but it's just the way things are going in the hospitality and food industry. And here's another one. This is a world-renowned French wine and spirits maker. Pont des Arts is leading the $350 billion wine industry into Web 3.0 with NFT Kings. Singapore, Pont des Arts, a luxury French wine and spirits maker, is taking the lead in connecting physical wine and vineyards with NFTs and metaverses. Beyond just the hype of NFTs, Web 3.0, and metaverses, we see tremendous value in redefining wine collecting as a trendy, more accessible, and fun activity. The launch of the Meta Vineyard Club will drive this. This is a great opportunity for people to learn, play, collect, and discover the magical worlds of art and wine, said Thibaut Pontellier, founder of Pont des Arts, and Emmanuel Ascoli, CEO of Pont des Arts. Okay, so the Metaverse Vineyard Club connects wine and spirits producers and consumers through a variety of digital wine collecting initiatives. Wine collecting just became more accessible. You don't need a physical space to store your collection. You simply collect, store, and age your wine digitally in the Web 3.0 metaverse. NFTs also provide more liquidity to wine collecting as an investment asset class. Wow, it just gets great, guys. The ingenuity of people is just, to me, breathtaking in this. Now, architecture, I've mentioned. Architects are getting involved on a massive basis. But this article, I personally think when I read this article, I thought this would be a real shame, because it looks like there's a tendency for people to cling to familiarity in the metaverse. Are we more likely to accept architecture when it looks familiar? That's what the question it's asking is. Now, this is an architect publication. This is not a tech publication or cryptocurrency publication. We live in a world where experience, remembered, imagined, as well as different moments in space and time and future are inseparably blended. As of recent, we are being offered various mediums to gain access to other planes of existence, like VR and AR, creating a pathway to the metaverse in which we're transported to spaces that are capable of feeling more real than anything we presently experience. So basically, what they're asking here is, are they better playing safe, essentially? Because the metaverse is constantly being developed as we know it, with the specific needs of architectural concepts in mind. Architectural design has long been a driven application for immersive virtual environments, but with the concept of space and reason not necessarily having to act as a factor in the development of the metaverse's infrastructure, why is it that designers still aim to make these planes of reality look real in these digital spaces? Well, I personally think it'd be a real shame. Really would be a massive shame. The idea of the metaverse may seem daunting upon initial consideration, and many are not strangers to the mixed reaction and concerns it raises. However, once we recognize the truth about the link between familiarity and enjoyment, knowing that it takes several exposures to develop a liking for the unfamiliar, we can make it a deliberate strategy to overlook the initial negative reaction towards new stimuli. I totally agree with that. I mean, we've got this external, we're going to have this metaverse. And if the metaverse isn't going to bring people new experiences, I question what's the point of it. If you're going to have, you should be having experiences that you cannot actually do in the real world. You should be seeing buildings that probably couldn't get funding to be built in the real world. And I personally think it'd be a real shame if everybody just sticks to the way buildings are perceived in the real world. And for architects, this is their chance to really show off. I showed you the video at the start, which had that Citibank prediction, and that had the Jose Cuervo factory in there. They've really pushed the boat out on what their concept is of it. There's no way that could exist. It just couldn't. It cost billions to make it. But that's the whole point of the metaverse, taking chances and, not expensive chances. It's just all about the time it takes to build these concepts. So as I said, what's the point if you're going to just build a metaverse? What's the point just building something that looks exactly the same as the real world? That's why I question Earth 2. There's a metaverse project called Earth 2. And it's just a copy of the real world that we sit in with all its problems and all that stuff. And I can just see the same things happening again. This is a real chance for escapism. It should be escapism, and I definitely think that cars and products and houses and buildings and everything, fairground rides should be much more exciting. Everything that's built in there should be something different. Otherwise, why are we doing it? Why are we doing it at all? Okay, it's a very to me it was a very thought-provoking article, and I think architects can really take this to the new level. If you look at design per se, like cars, for example, they always launch these prototype cars. Prototype cars, they'll never actually hit the roads in the form that they're presented. The same as fashion houses, runway fashion shows, crazy stuff, all mad sort of conceptual ideas. You would not walk down the street in a lot of that stuff, but bits of it find their way into actual designs that people practically wear. And the same with cars. The prototypes, they'll have little bits and pieces that they'll actually put into play in the real world. So hopefully, guys, you find this interesting. But we've got big news tonight on our call today. If you're in the USA, 4 p.m. Eastern in Telegram, we're going to be launching information about our forthcoming tournament. So please do not miss out on this. Also got some incredible stuff happening with our brand new Discord server as well. So please make sure you're on the call. Do not miss out. Okay, we'll see you later. Thanks very much. Bye.